Hey guys, welcome back. It's Megan here from Organized Little Lady, and today I am doing a collaboration with Anne from Annie's Simple Life on summer travel organization. I thought the timing of this video was perfect because when Anne contacted me to do this collaboration with her, my family and I were actually on a family trip. So what better timing? Today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I keep my family organized when we are going on a trip, and also just everyday travel solutions. So first I'm going to talk about my everyday travel solutions, which could be going to the baseball field for practice or games or swimming lessons or just those, activities that we have throughout the week that we need to get out of the house quickly. Sometimes I find myself kind of chaotic and crazy trying to get my 3 children, myself, my husband, all of us out the door at the same time. And I needed a better solution and an easier way to keep us all organized and keep the things that I need to bring with me organized. So I came up with an on-the-go bag. Back here is the solution that I came up with, and it is my on-the-go travel bag. So this bag here has all the contents that I need quickly to get out the door, pre-packed. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys how I've organized this bag and what I keep inside of it. Okay, so here is my on-the-go bag, and this is a 31 bag. It's the zip top organizing utility tote. You'll notice that a lot of the products that I have here are from 31. I am actually a consultant. I will leave my information below if you're interested in these products, but by no means do you have to go and purchase these products to get the same effect. Basically, the key is to just have a pre-packed bag that you need when you're on the go. So I do like this bag because of all the pockets it has and the function of it. So these 3 pockets here in the front, this is where I keep all of my kids' cups and water bottles and that sort of thing. So I have 3 kids, there's 3 pockets here, it's perfect. On the back, there are 2 pockets here. That's where my husband and I, our cups go there. So those are never actually like pre-packed because obviously you can just grab the water bottle or the drink or cup or whatever and just slide it in there. It also has these mesh pockets on the side. So this is where I keep our sunscreen, lotion, and a first aid kit. And then on the side here I have some tissues and hand sanitizer. And then I'll open it up and show you guys what I have inside. Okay, so when I open it up, this is what it looks like inside. As you can see, I don't keep a ton of stuff in here just because I do have my car where I have a lot of other things like umbrella, sunglasses, extra change of clothes, all of those sort of things are in my car. But this bag just holds the things that I don't already have in my car ready to go. So this is a thermal case, and I just have this in here so that way I can easily put a few snacks in here, a few extra drinks, that sort of thing. It's always in this bag ready to go, ready to be packed up with whatever I need to. I also keep some wipes and diapers ready to go in there. And then this here is my About Town blanket. So this blanket again is from 31, and it has Velcro right here, and it just lays out flat. And I love having this in my bag ready to go at all times because I have found, going even outside for a picnic, going to the playground, going to sporting events that are later at night and you need a blanket, or just chillier times of the season, I find myself grabbing for this blanket all the time. So I'm really, really happy that I have this in there and it's ready to go. So like I said, I definitely do not overstuff this bag by any means. I just have the things that I need, bare minimal, to get out the door. I have a place to put extra snacks, the diapers and wipes, a blanket, my first aid stuff, and tissues, and then a spot for each family member to keep a drink. Like I said, my car has a lot of the other essentials, umbrellas, little activities like coloring books and crayons and that sort of thing to keep the kids entertained. But this is just a bag that I can grab. I know all of the stuff in here can be brought with me to wherever I need to go, and even just outside playing. I've grabbed this bag. I have a daycare, and there are times where I need to lay out a blanket for the kids, or to bring a couple extra snacks outside if we're having snack outside, or bring this bag to the playground. I mean, it's just come in handy so many times, and I don't feel the need to overstuff it or put more in it. I just keep what I would need on the go. Okay guys, so that was my on-the-go bag. Again, just having a pre-packed bag ready to grab and go. makes all the difference in the world. I'm not having to go around my house and finding all those individual items to bring with me. I know I can just grab that bag, pop in some extra snacks, and I'm ready to go. So next I'm going to talk about my trip and actual travel organization. So like I said, we are just getting back from a family trip and it was awesome. But I want to talk about a few ways we got organized before we left, and then while we were there, and then again when we got back. So first, talking about before we actually left. I am a huge list maker. If you guys have been following me, you know that is no surprise that I make tons of lists for everything, but that is true when I'm traveling also. I had a list of things that I needed to get done before we left. Things such as calling the post office or going to the post office and putting a hold on our mail, getting our pet sitter and our pet all situated before we left. Those random things, paying all the bills that we had to before we left, all those random loose ends that you need to, tie up before you actually leave. That was on one list. Second list is our miscellaneous travel packing list. So things that didn't pertain to a family member, but things that we needed to bring. A camera, medications, all of that sort of thing got put on one list. And then I had a separate list for each family member. So that way I could take my list, go into my room, and go right down the list and pack everything that I needed for me, my husband, and my kids. It made it a lot easier breaking it up that way. When I did the packing, I tried to have separate bags for each room. So I had a bag for all of our bathroom supplies. So instead of having to go into my daughter's bag to get her diapers and then into my son's bag for his towel or, so on and so forth, I had all of our towels, diapers, wipes, anything that needed to, bathroom items, went in one bag. So that way when we got to our destination, I took that bag and I brought it into our bathroom. That way I wasn't searching through everybody else's bags. I knew all of the items that pertain to that room were in that room. So then I did that for each of my children. Each of my children had their own bag, and I packed all of their clothes, pajamas, all of their stuff went into that bag. Same for my husband and I. We had one suitcase. That suitcase went into the room that we were staying in. This is not only helpful for unpacking when you get to your destination, because you can take those bags and put them right where they need to be, and they kind of stay more contained in that way, but also when we unpacked when we got home. It made the whole unpacking process so much easier because we were able to just take that bag, the bathroom bag, put it into the bathroom, and when we had time to actually unload those contents and unpack them, we could do so. But in the meantime, all of the contents were in the right places, if that makes sense. So that's how we kind of organized our packing. Now, the actual trip there. My kids, unlike some people's kids, are not good travelers per se. This trip that we recently went on was the longest trip we've ever been on as a family. We traveled about 10 hours away, which is by far the longest my kids have ever been in the car at one time. So we have taken trips, probably 3 to 4 hours was the longest trip they have taken in the car previous to that. And it didn't go so great. My kids don't sleep in the car and they just get really antsy, and I knew I had to really prepare for this trip because I didn't want to be stuck in a car with 3 kids for 10 hours with them screaming and just, yeah. Car rides with kids kind of gives me anxiety. So I was like the Pinterest queen. I looked up all these different ideas on Pinterest and I went kind of crazy with all these ideas, and I was like, okay, this is going to take so much preparation to actually, do all of this before we even get in the car. So I decided I was going to take Ziploc baggies, just your sandwich size Ziploc baggies. I got a few snack and sweet treats that we wouldn't typically get, like some candy items or just, sugary treats that we might necessarily not get. We got. And I divvied up all these little snacks into these sandwich size bags, and also some new little toys, Pokemon cards, Matchbox cards, let's see what else, My Little Pony, figures, all those type of really cheap toys, but they're still new to them, so they're going to keep them entertained. I also packed up a binder for each child. So I had a binder with a pocket for crayons and markers and that sort of thing, and then their coloring books, activity books, and notepads. Each child had their own binder so they could get to their crayons. They had a hard surface to color on, and their own. They didn't have to share. It was their own. So once we got into the car, I set the timer. I feel like kids, just like adults, need incentive to do well. So what we said was, you know, because we were going for such a long time, I set the timer for 45-minute increments. And I said, okay, the timer's on. You need to get along, behave, be civil in the car ride for this amount of time until the timer goes off. If everyone does great, then you get a prize. The prize being the little bags that I had pre-packed. It was the best car ride I have ever been in with my children. It was definitely a very proud mommy moment. My kids were amazing. The ride there and back were absolutely amazing. I don't know if it's just that they're getting a little bit older and can withstand longer car rides, or if that really did help them, you know, that incentive to do well and then having little prizes. But if your kids, like mine, have a little bit more difficult time in the car, definitely give it a try. It didn't cost a lot of money at all. I just used sandwich bags that I already had. I just bought a few, you know, sugary snacks and just some snacks and divvied them up, and then a few new toys. I'm talking like Dollar Tree type toys, just little things to keep them entertained and in the car. So those are a few travel tips that I have, being a mom of 3, and my kids are in different activities, you know, so different on-the-go, everyday solutions, and then your longer travel tips. I would love to hear your travel tips. If you have any, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new tips and tricks. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope everybody is having a great day, and happy summer, everybody. Thanks for watching.